as you can see, I'm repping that BMT. No matter where I go, no matter where I be. We'll be rocking it like that, man. I love the fit of this shirt, bro.
Bro, look, I just have to get off the elevator. Look at it. The BMT shirt on. You know, we representing all the way in Thailand, man.
What's up, y'all? It's the Travel OG, and I got to do my BMT commercial, man, for my BMT shirt, man. This shirt is so dope, man. It shows off your guns, fits your muscles, gives you room at the bottom for the belly, and then you repping the BMT brand, man. So make sure y'all pick up that BMT shirt because it's fire. It looks good. He got them in different colors, and I'm telling y'all, man, the fit, it ain't that cheap. It's a real quality shirt, man. I love it, BMT. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for blessing me with the shirt. And I'll see you on the other side. You dig?
Fellas, don't forget to check out the Black Man Travels merch store where you can purchase BMT t-shirts, tank tops, travel quote tees, and much more. All right, and we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. We got a great show for you guys today. I know a lot of guys are interested in entrepreneurship, foreign entrepreneurship, open up businesses overseas. And today we have my good friend Rayvon Taylor III in the building. He recently opened up, well, not recently, but he opened up a successful restaurant in Rio de Janeiro, correct?
Okay. I say, I'm still working on the successful part, but we grinding. So definitely.
Okay.
It's okay. Definitely.
Well, we're gonna speak it to an existence today, brother, because I seen some of your Instagrams like it was a pretty good crowd, man, good food. But we're gonna definitely talk about it today. But first and foremost, man, how's everything going with you?
I think it's going pretty well. Definitely, I'm blessed. Just happy to be here.
Excellent. So before we get to the restaurant, give me a little bit of your background, man. When did you initially start traveling?
I took my first Brazil trip back in 2014.
Okay.
That's crazy. It was right after a long breakup, and went to Rio, and it changed my life.
Okay, so 2014. Have you seen like any changes since the first time you went? Is it a little bit different now in 2023? Because that's about a good 10 years.
I think it's a lot different. There's definitely a lot more tourists there. Even back in 2014, you ran into tourists, but it wasn't as often as you do now.
Okay. Now, did they have Google Translate back then?
They did, yeah.
Okay.
Now,
you say you went through a bad relationship? Was that initially what brought you to Brazil, or you was already kind of traveling?
I was doing cruises, but I didn't do anything as big as Brazil. And I think even before then, I was a big I was a Patrice O'Neal fan. So
okay,
Brazil.
Rest in power.
He played that Brazil seed in me.
So that's what initially got you interested.
Yeah. So once I got single, I was like, I gotta explore this Brazil.
And how was that very first time you went?
Very first, it was good. One thing about it is that I went solo too. It was one of those situations where you round your boys up, and then the trip, all your boys just back out, and it's just me. So I went through with it. I was scared at first, but I landed. I met cool people when I was there, and we just built up. We pretty much, those were my road dogs during the trip, so it was good.
Okay. That's funny you say that, man, because that's happened to me so many times before. That's why I decided to say, hey, man, I'm gonna start traveling solo and link up with bros that's already down there or that really do travel, because you absolutely right. It's been so many times because guys used to get, when I got back from my trips, friends always get mad at me like, man, you didn't tell me, or you went and all this. And I'm like, bro, I told you 3 months ago.
Same here.
I asked you a couple of last month, hey, bro, you go, and it's like they don't want to say no. So they kind of leave you hanging a lot. And then my thing is, did you book your ticket? Even then when people buy their tickets, they still will cancel on you. right? And kind of just leave you hanging. So I'm very, very familiar with that, bro.
Yeah, I'm at the point I don't even ask. I just go. They don't know I'm in Brazil. They see my Instagram stories.
Exactly. Let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat real quick, man. Appreciate you joining the show. Shout out to Chocolate Man in Thailand. He said, "Sure is some nice shirts. Must be nice to have one." I got you, Chocolate Man. I owe Chocolate Man a shirt for the last like 6 months. As soon as I get them printed, like they gone, bro. So I'm constantly, printing shirts. But shout out to you, Chocolate Man. Everybody sub to Chocolate Man. Oh yeah. Shout out to Chocolate Man, man. He has a really good, dope YouTube channel out here. Chocolate Man in Thailand. Make sure you sub to him. But shout out to you, man. We got the mad scientist in the building. What up? He says, "What up, BWT?" We got Prize in the building. Everybody says Carter Handler for the win. We got Lando in the building. Appreciate you guys joining me. Like I said, we have a good show. Yesterday we had a little, we dusted it up a little bit, but now we back on business.
It's a tough act to follow.
Yeah, man, it was a very entertaining show to say the least. But man, I want to congratulate you before we even get deep into the restaurant, man, on just following your dream and being able to open up a business, especially in Brazil, because I know that's a little bit more difficult from what I've heard than opening up a restaurant in the DR or Colombia or something like that. Now, was it a lot of red tape when opening up?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. It was a lot. It was a journey. I want to say it took us about 9 months from the time we started looking at properties to actually opening.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a 9-month process.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this is true, but do you have to like spend American money or something like that? Are you able to leverage your American dollar in Brazil? I heard somewhere where you have to pay in American dollars or something like that.
Oh no, that wasn't the case.
Okay. So from you opening up, was it difficult to find a location or anything like that?
I think we were fortunate because with COVID, there's a lot of opportunities. Mm-hmm. So we found there were plenty of locations open in Copacabana, and there was there wasn't any competition. So we were able to kind of negotiate some.
Okay. And now is this do you have experience and background in the restaurant industry?
Not from an ownership standpoint. My business partner, she's the one that had the background. So I leverage a lot of her expertise.
Okay. It's funny, man, because I have a lot of guys out here in Thailand, and I asked them, I say, man, do you have experience in the restaurant business or the food and service business? And they be like, no. But they started, man. And you know what? The cool thing about it is when you are a foreigner, you're American, people tend to feel more comfortable around other Americans, even though we love experiencing the culture and learning new things and meeting new people. But as soon as we find out that it's an American owner or American style restaurant, people generally flock to it.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, you guys definitely been huge supporters of the restaurant. Every time I'm there, I always spot a couple guys that are in the restaurant out showing love. A lot of times Brazilians I'm mistaken Brazilian for an American, and they respond to me in Portuguese. It kind of throws me off, but I always show love when I see you.
Yeah, that's the thing about Brazil. We look, African Americans and Brazilians look very similar.
Yeah,
like until you say something, they'll assume that you're Brazilian for the most part.
Exactly. That's one thing I like. I love that about Brazil. You can fit in, you can blend in visually.
Yep, you can definitely blend in. It's very different from out here. Like walking around out here, you just get friendly. I call it friendly stares. And I'm in a pretty tourist area, but anything outside of these little major cities like Pattaya and in Bangkok or something, like in the outskirts when you like traveling around, they just kind of give you like, what's that? Is he African? Is he like, what is he? But sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it can be like, they just over here. It's like in America, it's kind of like rude to kind of stare at somebody. So you might give somebody a quick glance or something like, I wonder where they from or something. But here it's just like, Michael Jordan, stuff like that. Like at first, when I first came out here, bro, and I'm gonna get back to the interview. I don't want to, go too far off.
Are you good?
But I used to, like tell people like, no, I'm not that or what now. Now I just let it flow. You know, if they come up to me and they just start taking pictures, I just be like, yeah, Michael Jordan, yeah, 50 Cent, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I take it around with it too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, as far as like the restaurant business, is your restaurant a like a how do I say it? Certain types of food? Like, is it American food or is it soul food?
Well, we went the Caribbean route. So one thing about Brazil is that there was no Caribbean restaurants in Rio at all. There was only one one Caribbean restaurant in Brazil, and it's in Sao Paulo. And that spot's Jerky's. I know the owner of Jerky's. He's a good guy. His name is Andre. I could definitely give you his contact too if you wanted to interview him. He's a really good dude.
Is that the dude with like the breakfast spot out there?
Oh no, it's a Caribbean. He's a Caribbean restaurant.
Oh, you talking about Sao Paulo?
Sao Paulo, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Now, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I know the guy you're talking about with the breakfast spot.
Okay.
Bruno Cafe.
Yep. We used to go there almost every other morning. Me and my boys used to go there every other morning.
I know the owner too. He's a good guy. He's definitely giving me a lot of advice.
Oh, that's great, bro. That's real good. That's good to hear when other entrepreneurs, especially other brothers, can give each other some information again, because that can make a big difference in making costly mistakes, basically.
Definitely.
Now,
definitely great resources.
Yeah, exactly. Now, is your main customer base Brazilians or foreigners?
It's mostly Brazilian. I see foreigners like icing on the cake.
Okay. Now, are you introducing them to this Caribbean food? Do they like it, or like what's the general perception when they taste this Caribbean food?
It's been an evolution, because one thing I learned is that the people in Rio that frequent the restaurant, they're not into spicy food, so we really had to adjust the menu. So we went more of like a fusion route.
Okay, now when you say fusion, is that like Brazilian dishes included with the Caribbean food?
Yeah.
Okay, but I guess for your non-spicy dishes, do they generally like it?
They do. We've had as far as like the food, we've had good reviews on it.
Oh, excellent.
We're still in the process. We're still evolving. We're trying to tweak the menu, get that right combination. I think the biggest draws are a bar.
Your bar, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because do you have like specific type of drinks that they can't find in Brazil, or?
Oh, we have specialty cocktails we have house cocktails that are special, that are pretty much unique to us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's nice, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get right on to it, man. We're gonna pull up your Instagram and see what you're working with, bro. Let's see what you're working with over here, man. Hold on. All right, here we go. So here's the Instagram, and I'm just gonna scroll through. You can give us what's going on with this picture, just like a little get together right here.
Yeah, every Sunday we have a samba band. The samba band we bring on every Sunday, they're on point. We definitely worth checking out on Sundays. They're usually there for about 5 till close.
Okay, nice live band. Okay, I got a nice little setup too. That's the beautiful thing I love about. I miss that so much about Rio, man, because it's so different than being living out here, where everything is kind of quiet and laid back and peaceful. You can walk down the beach, you don't hear really no music or nothing. But in Rio de Janeiro, it's like everything is popping. You're hearing different music. The energy is different. It's just a beautiful thing, man. It's one of the biggest things I miss about Rio.
It's electric too. Like our location, we're a block from the beach, between Postal 4 and 5. So it's like,
I know exactly where you at. Okay, I know exactly where you at.
Yeah,
that's prime real estate right there. Okay, and this is some more pictures right here.
Yeah, it's my business partner Vanessa.
Oh, nice. Okay,
so she's my go-to. She's my go-to there. She does a lot of the day-to-day.
Excellent, man. Okay, we got it. Okay, Lexus turned up. Oh, okay, this might be Carnival, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, how was this year?
This year, yeah. This is.
Oh man, you gotta tell me, how was it, bro? How was it?
I wasn't there in person, but from the video, I'm watching the security footage like television. It was I'm punching air because I wasn't there.
Nice, man. I have to experience. I'm not really into big crowds like that, but I got to experience Carnival at least one time, because when I was out there, that they had canceled it basically.
I went last year. Last year was cool, but it wasn't as big as this because last year was kind of like a tester. Like there were no street parties. It was a tester to kind of.
They had like the little blocko parties, pretty much.
This year they did. Last year they didn't.
Okay. I know they had something when I was out there. It was like the dance schools that did something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But like this it was pretty much a full blown carnival this year.
Okay. All right. And okay, so this is one of the specialty cocktails right here.
Oh yeah, that's our Barbados right there. That's what we call it. We call it Barbados.
Nice. And I don't know if you guys, because some of the guys haven't been to Rio, on how important that is to have different types of drinks, man. Because I got tired of drinking Caparinas out there. You know, because they just pack them. I mean, if you ever seen them make a Caparina, bro, it's like a pound of sugar in that thing.
Yeah, and they sneak up on you too.
Yeah,
you must want thinking that a weekend you're gonna be on the ground.
I remember when I was on the beach one time out there in Baja de Juca, and I was with a female friend of mine, and she was about to get a second one. I was like, yo, because she had drunk the first one pretty fast. She was excited. We on the beach. It's Saturday. Like I said, I love the energy out there. And I was telling her, I was like, yo, I can only do like 2, and I'm up there.
I got a worse. I have a story. I was at a boat party. This is about a year and a half ago. At a boat party with a lady friend of mine, kicking back the Caparinas, and after number 3, it just caught up with me. I was out on the boat, just. Yeah,
man. Yeah, it don't take much. They make them strong too. Sometimes, especially the street vendors, like they'll look at you and they'll just be pouring. I just be like, okay, hold on, bro. All right, so this right here is this one of your dishes? That looks pretty good.
Oxtail rice.
Oh man, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely checking this out next time I go to Brazil, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites.
Now, is there like a difference in Jamaican food and Caribbean food, or it's kind of all more the same?
I would say there's certain things in Jamaica that are unique to Jamaica, but a lot of the Caribbean food there's a lot of overlap.
Okay. All right. And I got my first super chat of the night, man. I really appreciate that super chat. He asked the questions. The Black Cleaner / Restore with the $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, what's the law in owning a business? Can I own and operate a cart or a truck?
I think I know with Rio, I think a food truck would be kind of tough because the streets are narrow. The road's not the best. You don't have the best roads out there.
Exactly. You're right.
So like, yes, the spaces are tight to have a truck. A cart would be something. You could probably do a cart.
Okay. All right. And is there like any specific laws you need to know about opening up a business over there? Like, do you have to have like a Brazilian business partner with like a certain percentage or anything like that?
Yeah, one thing about it, to open a business in Brazil, you do need a Brazilian power of attorney.
Okay.
So that's critical. You have to have a power of attorney just in case something happens. Just like in my case, I live in Florida, and if anything goes down, like she does that day to day.
Okay. Yeah, it's really important for these guys to like learn, because I've seen so many guys pretty much get got trying to open up businesses in like, overseas, whether it be the DR, Colombia, even here in Thailand. And I know they do their thorough homework, but they have to understand they're still a foreigner. They don't speak the language.
It's fluently.
Yeah, like you got to really, really do your due diligence in making sure you pay for the proper consultations, you have the proper network, and you're dealing with trusted individuals, people that have dealt with for years.
Definitely. Even in the process, we've taken losses. We've taken some significant L's.
Yeah, I had met. Go ahead, bro.
I would say most notably, we dealt with a contractor that was a shady contractor, pretty much, because during our process of getting open, we had to renovate our space because it was a dump. It was pretty much, it was abandoned. We had to build it from the ground up. And the first contractor we hired, we paid him for a third of the whole project. He showed up for a couple of days and was gone. It's disappeared.
Oh man. Yeah, a friend of mine was building a house out there in the DR, and he used to tell me that he had to start bringing them food for lunch so they wouldn't leave, because they would leave to go to lunch and they wouldn't come back for like 3-4 hours. So pretty much when lunchtime came, they was really kind of somewhat done for the day, but they'll come back and just kind of mill around a little bit, like, all right, we're done, and it delayed the project even longer. You got to know things like that. Like, yeah,
that's
let
genius.
the contractor know and be like, hey, man, I'm going to bring you y'all lunch. I want you to work the full. You still get your 30 minutes or an hour, but I still need you guys to work the full, duration of the day, because this is a time-sensitive project.
That's genius, though. That's definitely a good. That's a smart move.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, being within this network, being in a group of close to 7,000 guys, you meet different. And shout out to the Passport Bros Facebook group. We're growing. We're letting in 400-500 people a day. Wow. But within that network, you start to meet people that hey, I got this business over here. I want to come on your show, and you'll hear different stories on how they took L's, basically because they just didn't have the proper information. At hand at the time. Like, you're not dealing with America where you can file lawsuits against people necessarily like that,
Right. And even if you did, even if you did file a lawsuit, if they live in such bad situations, you're not going to get your payout.
Now, I had met a restaurant owner out there last time I was there, and he was telling me that the employment laws are a little in more so in the Brazilian favor, and he was having issues keeping employees. Is it difficult to have a good employee staff out there?
The laws are definitely in their favor. It's a challenge. I think even with we got lucky as far as our staffing. Like our staffing's been pretty. They've been on point as far as like attendance, and that hasn't been an issue as far as like too many people calling off. So we're lucky with that. But one thing about the Brazilian labor laws, first of all, you have to pay for the transportation, each employee's transportation to and from work.
You have to pay for the employee's transportation?
Yeah.
Wow. How does that work, though? Do you give them money, or you actually have to, it's a system or something?
We usually we pay out pretty much every Monday. We pay out the transportation. It's usually like, it's pretty much, because they take public transportation. So it'll be like maybe a metro, pay like a week's worth of we call it passage, a week's worth of passage for each employee.
Okay.
And depending on how far they live from the restaurant, it could be expensive.
Man, I wish they had that in America.
Me too.
You got people, I mean, fuel is expensive, man. And a lot of people work at least 30-40 minutes away from work.
Yeah.
That money they pay you, that comes directly out your pocket. They never ever pay for transportation like that in America, for the most part. You just got to include it in your salary. I want to give a shout out to my dude Jay Clyde. He says this restaurant is in a good location and great food. You familiar with my dude Jay Clyde?
That's my guy. I call Jay Clyde he's the Kevin Bacon of this travel movement.
It's like a little bit. What you say?
I call Jay Clyde the Kevin Bacon of the travel movement, because everybody knows.
Right. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Jay Clyde was one, like, I interviewed him maybe when I had like 300 subscribers or something, because I saw him, moving around a lot. I'm like, bro, how often do you travel? Like, he was really out there, early on. He's one of the guys that motivated me, man, to keep going.
Yeah.
So shout out to my dude Jay Clyde, man.
Yeah,
all right, let me get back to some of these photos here. All right. This looks like a pretty good dish right here.
That's a feijoada. That's a feijoada. Like on Sunday, Brazilians they love the feijoada, so we had to incorporate that in the menu.
Okay.
So we do like a feijoada special. So like a feijoada with the caipirinha for like $49.99.
Oh, that's very, very reasonable.
Yeah,
very reasonable. Now let me ask you this: what's your thoughts on the Brazilian food? Because when I was out there, I felt like a lot of food was really salty. I mean, it's great food. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of buffets out there you can hit for like the low price, but a lot of pork and a lot of saltiness. What do you think about Brazilian food?
It's a little on the salty side. I think I like the meats. Like the Brazilian, their meats are on point.
Mm-hmm.
But like certain dishes, I'm not really Certain dishes I'm okay with, but I'm not too crazy about.
Okay. All right. And this is what's this right here?
It's pretty much like chicken fingers.
Oh, nice. Nice. Do they serve a lot of fried foods out there in Brazil?
It not necessarily. They're more like grilled meats. That's usually what they lean toward. But they do have fried foods, but they fry different than we do. Like I'm gonna try to like even with those chicken fingers. Like I was fried a panko. I'm trying to get back to try to fry like black folks fry them to make it stand out.
Mm-hmm. Because you have like, what do they use as kind of like they oil out there? And it's kind of different. What type of oil they use?
The oil, I'm not sure of.
Okay, because I know like they fry food, like you said, it tastes a little different than ours.
Yeah, I know a lot of them use panko. They'll fry like they'll bread it with panko as opposed to flour.
Okay, and is this a staff right here?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. All right, everybody's smiling, having a good time. That's good. That's excellent.
Yeah, I tried to have a team with color to it, especially in Copacabana. You don't really see that often.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. That is very true. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, I got it popping in there.
Yes, that's a Sunday. Sunday's definitely a great day to be there. Sunday nights, got the live band playing. It's always a good vibe.
Oh yeah, man. It's nothing like the music. It just taps right into you, like taps right into the soul. As soon as you get it, that's why I love Brazil so much. I was telling a friend of mine, he was asking me about Brazil, and I said, man, just to see everybody with their natural hair, not a lot of makeup, everybody's vibing out, ain't no egos, everybody not wearing diamond chains and Jordans everywhere. Everybody just vibing, man, and they really welcome you, especially the Afro Brazilians. They really kind of welcome you into the culture. I remember when go ahead.
I was gonna say it's a lot of love. I think on a global level, America, like people look up to Americans, to Black Americans. They look up to us.
They really do. No, you're absolutely right, man. It's funny because you get that out here as well. Like they'll ask you people where you from, and you say, "Oh, I'm American." It's just kind of like "Oh, you're American." Always, from everybody. "Oh, you're American." And it's funny, man. I was living like in a nice little area, and some of the Brazilian people, I mean, they was cool. They was, I would say, surface friendly for the most part. But when I linked up with my friend Hobson in the Rosina favela, it's like I really felt like it was more culturally a part of something. Like they really welcomed me in. Like it was just like, "Hey, you ate something today?" Like they like, "Yo, you got to eat something." No, you gotta come here and eat. Like sit down and eat with us at the table. And I'm trying to pick up on the Portuguese, and I'm like, man, I really feel like almost like at home.
It's a family environment.
It really is, man. It really is, man. I want to give a shout out to my dude Wojo in the building. He says shout out to BMT from Tokyo. My man moving around, man. Shout out to you, bro, out there in Japan, man. Shout out to you, bro. I got another super chat here by Passport Mastery TV. He's also a member. I really appreciate that, man, for the $5 super chat. He's just showing support. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. All right, let me go to a few other picks, man, because this food's looking pretty good. I can't wait to come out there and check you out, bro.
I appreciate it. This right here is it's a feijoada as well, but it's a seafood base. So it's got it's got shrimp, it's got calamari.
It looks good, man. It looks good. It looks very good. And when I come out there, bro, I'm gonna be out there. I'll probably be pulling up at the spot like every other day.
Hey, appreciate it. Definitely would. We'll show you love.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely, bro. Okay, so that's you guys just vibing out.
Yeah, this is about New Year's actually. New Year's Eve. We had a celebration, New Year's celebration. And New Year's you wear all white on New Year's. That's a thing. Right. That's a thing in Brazil.
Yeah, man. This was one of the best parties ever, bro. Shout out to my dude HL. I forgot the name of his company, but he throws a New Year's Eve party at I believe it's the Hilton. That's the Hilton right there, right across from Maps.
Yeah, it's Hilton.
Okay, yeah, he throws all you can eat, all you can drink party out there, man. Everybody's in white. It's the dopest vibe ever, bro. I had like the best time ever out there.
Oh man, that sounds like a vibe.
Oh yeah, man.
As a matter of fact, during New Year's we had to get two wedding proposals. It was a it was a good experience.
Oh, some Brazilians actually proposed to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Two couples.
Very nice, man. Look at the smile on them bros' faces. Look at that. You can't beat it, man. You cannot beat it. Okay, you got some of the ladies up in there. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, they actually perform. They're a band. We got one's a singer and one's a DJ.
Okay, nice. Very nice. Very nice.
We try to have entertainment. Usually on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have live entertainment.
Okay. And do you guys like show the games as well?
Sometimes we show Flamingo games. One thing we notice is that like all the other bars, they get better turnouts for the Flamingo games. We want to do something to kind of set us apart.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We be hurting out there when we can't, tap into none of the American games like that.
Yeah.
All right. Man, that's Afro-Brazilians, right?
Yeah, that's part of our team.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
This is during a World Cup, actually.
Okay. Look at that natural hair, man. Look at that. I love it, bro. I love it. Man, you got me want to book back to Brazil. Okay, here we go. Now we working with, what's this right here?
Oh, but we had our chef. He's just kind of wear ham. It was experimenting. I'm not even sure. I don't remember what this is actually.
Okay. Very nice.
This last 2 dishes, the chef was just experimenting.
It looked like oxtails and rice or beef.
It's like a beef like a risotto.
Okay. Oh, that looks good too.
Yeah.
Hey, you making me hungry over here, bro.
Yeah, we let the chef go ham during that point in time.
Okay, y'all just experimented with different dishes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's how we was working on that's when we first started our lunch. One thing about at first when we first opened, we were just dinner only, and we incorporated lunch, and lunch has been pretty good for us.
Okay. Excellent. All right, so we got the carnival right here again.
Oh, this is from World Cup. Because during World Cup, we had during after the game we have like a samba band, so they perform after the game, and we had samba, we had the dancers as well.
Oh, nice, bro, nice, very nice. Let me see if I can hold up, see something.
See, it was pretty much after the game, it was a party.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. Guys, I don't know what proof you need to get those passports. They scored a goal. We're going to take about an hour and a half to score one goal. Hey, man, I tried my best in the last couple of years to get into soccer, bro. I tried my best.
Yeah.
I could watch a game or two, but I just be like, damn, they ain't scored yet.
I went to a Flamingo game for the first time last year. It was a cool environment. They really hype when it comes to their team. They go in. Man,
let me tell you, bro. I remember when they had played, and I had walked downstairs like a little convenient little store downstairs in the building I was at, and I just had my little mask on. So everybody had to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And this big Brazilian dude was just kind of mugging me, bro. Like just kind of like really just like, giving me the energy of like he wanted to really do something. I'm sitting here like, damn, this dude big as hell. Like, I gotta stand up right now. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm taking my chest out. If it go down, it go down. I don't know what his issue is. So the next morning, I go to the little restaurant on the same property, And the owner, who speaks a little English, he's like, "Hey man, you gotta take that mask off, man." I'm like, "Oh yeah, what happened?" He was like, "That's the rival team there, and we lost yesterday." I said, "Oh," I said, "That's what that was." I said, "That's what that was." I was like, "Damn, got to do better." Yeah, man, that's like a very serious over there, bro.
I seen fights break out over like Flamengo and Fluminense.
Mm-hmm.
I seen fights break out.
Yeah, man. Jay Clyde says he was at your restaurant during the World Cup in November.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dude Jay Clyde, man. Always in the building. I tell him stay out of Baja La Juca though, because I invited him out there one day, and he wanted to go back to Copacabana. I was like, man, come on, man, you gotta give Baja La Juca a chance, man.
I'm one thing about
it. Here go my guys here. Here go my guys. Shout out to BMO, the Black Man's Option.
Yeah, they show a lot of love too.
You got Al Grease. You got all the legendary characters in the building. You got Al Grease there. You got Raphael. You got my dude Gary. I don't know the other brothers. I know this brother, but I forgot his name.
Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz. My dude Chaz in the building. I know these. I don't know the other two. I've met the other brother too, but I'm not familiar with their names.
Yeah, they're good brothers.
Yeah, man. Legendary, bro. Shout out to BMO, bro. They've been doing this. They're the ones that inspired me.
Same here.
Actually. Yeah, man. Okay, so was you familiar with them during the Charles Tyler era?
It's crazy. I actually spoke with Charles Tyler a few times right before my first real trip. I was talking to Charles Tyler. He kind of gave me a rundown of, pretty much gave me the lay of the land. And it was back when I told the story to the BMO group. They had I originally booked my hotel through Mr. John, John Thompson.
Oh yeah, everybody know John Thompson.
Yeah. and I had issues booking through him because he old school. He wanted you to go to the bank and do a wire transfer. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't able, and I had problems. I had issues. It wouldn't go through. So I ended up going to a different vendor, and Charles Tyler was pissed off at me. So Charles Tyler pretty much was the help me pretty much get back in Mr. John's good graces.
Okay. Yeah, rest in power to Charles Tyler, man. I had I was blessed enough to meet him one time before he made his transition.
And if you scroll up, we had a visit from Julia Marley. He came to the restaurant.
Right here.
Nah, go up a little more.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
That's Julia Marley on the left.
Okay, nice, bro. And now is he like a one of the brothers?
That's one of Bob Marley's sons.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right, nice, man. Nice. Does he live there?
Oh no, he was on tour, and he just popped up.
Okay, nice, bro. Very nice. I thought this was Dennis Sperling for a little minute. Like what Dennis Sperling doing out there? You will always find somebody that like somebody in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that right there?
That's a drink. It's called the Lady Van.
Nice, bro. I cannot wait to check out your spot, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of especially drinks. Definitely sets us apart.
All right. Very nice. All right, lovely ladies. Very nice, man. Well, let me. I'm gonna put your Instagram in the description. What's that?
Please do definitely follow us. Matter of fact, we just hit 4,000 recently.
Okay, I see that. Nice, nice. You got that. Got your address right there, guys. Make sure you go and support when you go down to Brazil. First stop, as soon as you put the bags down, make sure you check my man's restaurant out there. We gotta make sure that we support each other. Overseas as well as America, but definitely overseas, man. This brother really put his time and dedicated, because it's not easy to open up a business overseas. It's not easy to open up a business in general, but it's definitely got some complications when opening up businesses overseas, man. He stuck with it. He didn't give up, man. So salute to you, bro. Congratulations once again.
I appreciate it. It's a challenge. It's one of the most challenging endeavors I've done in my life. It's definitely a challenge, but seeing the fruits of the labor it's rewarding.
Excellent, man. Now, do you plan on like opening up other restaurants like this similar in Brazil?
I would love to expand. I would love to expand Crib Karaoke to have different locations, different cities.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, man. And what do people say to you when you back in America and they ask you like, hey, what you been, what you got going? And you're like, oh, I got to go to my restaurant in Brazil. I'll be right back or something like that. Like, what do people say to that?
I don't really disclose it because it's one of those things where people don't even believe you if you say it. It's like it's a cap.
Right. If you tell the average individual that you own a restaurant in Brazil, they're just gonna look at you like, Brazil, like,
right?
Where's Brazil? Or they might say why or something like that. Or you can't do that,
Yeah, pretty much. When I'm back in the States, it's just I got my head down working.
Excellent, man. Well, bro, I'm not gonna hold you for too much longer. I like to keep the interviews, short so people, click on the video and everything. We don't want to make it too long.
I was gonna say, if you have any questions about the journey, I've got as much time as you need.
Okay. All right. Let me see if we got some questions in the chat because I know, like I said, I know a lot of guys are interested in opening up a business overseas because I think sometimes they feel like we know it's difficult, number one, but they feel like, okay, when I move overseas, I can't. Oh, hold on one second.
Okay.
When you move overseas, there are no opportunities for entrepreneurship, basically. Like it's too difficult.
Yeah, the barrier of entry is definitely intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not impossible.
Okay. Now, did you visit any other countries?
I visited Cuba. I've been to the Caribbean, Jamaica, Bahamas. I've been Costa Rica. I'm trying to think. There's a couple other ones I visited. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I'm drawing a blank.
Now, what made you decide to sell and open up a business in Brazil out of all those other countries?
It kind of stumbled upon it. I bought a condo back in 2021. Bought a condo, and one of the people I was working with at the real estate agency that I was working with, that's who ended up being my business partner. We built a friendship, and basically her background was she was in the restaurant business, and she had an itch to get in. She had all the connections, and she showed me pretty much the numbers from her previous spot, and then it looked like a good opportunity. So I decided to kind of make a plan and put a plan in place to make it happen.
Okay. 1 second.
So it wasn't something it wasn't like something I dreamed about. It just stumbled upon it.
Okay. And I have a question here from AV. He asked, "Are you looking for investors?"
Hey, we're all definitely looking for. I would definitely entertain investors because there's a lot of upgrades we're going to make.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. Now I have another question here from Kenny C. He asked, "Is it difficult having everything on the menu available?"
That's definitely a challenge, especially like when you're a new establishment, because getting business credit. For most new companies, you need a year you pretty much need a year you need to be around for a year in order to get business credit. Luckily, we started the process when we got our paperwork together about 6 months before we opened, so that helped us out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But during that time, at the very beginning, it was definitely a challenge to have a full menu because you had to pay a lot. You had to use cash for a lot of your transactions if you're not getting credit. And when supply gets low, if supply is low and you're not really bringing in enough money to replenish, you kind of have to do without for a little bit.
Okay. And by you owning a business, is it easier to obtain a visa now that you have a business?
It all depends on the size of the business. I want to say that you need at least 10 employees to get pretty much an investment visa.
Okay.
And I'm trying to keep it. I don't have that many employees. Even with payroll is expensive. You want to minimize as many costs as you can. So to have maybe in time get to that 10, but right now you want to get as much as you can out of you want to get the most for the least as far as like your payroll goes.
Now, with that income that you're producing from the business, can that be considered to be digital nomad, or could you apply for digital nomad visa with that income?
I,
Even
I,
though,
I haven't really pursued it. From what I hear, like with the digital nomad, you have to be pretty much a traditional job in order to qualify. I don't know. I know that part I haven't confirmed, but I haven't really pursued it.
Okay. And we got a question here from what do we say? Ocean Floor asks, what have been the highlights and the lowlights of the restaurant experience so far? I know you mentioned about the contractor, but have you had any other bad situations?
Bad situations. It's a lot of challenges. I think problem solving. You have to be like one thing about the restaurant is that you have to be a problem solver, and it's 7 days a week. You come in and it's like, okay, what kind of fires do we have to put out? What's going on here? It's a lot of problem solving. But I'm trying to think a specific the contractor, that was definitely a low light. I'm trying to think of other. I would say sometimes with the staffing, like sometimes you have to, if you have a favorite employee and you see that this employee is not, they say they're stealing, you have to get rid of them. So
yeah,
firing employees is definitely a low light, especially if you've grown attached. If it's an employee that you've grown attached to, and you have to fire him, it is what it is. It's a business.
You know what's funny, man? In a lot of businesses that I see overseas, there are always situations where employees are like caught stealing.
Yeah.
From DR, Colombia. I remember when I actually told a club owner, I'm like, hey, bro, they stealing from you basically because my Colombian girlfriend, she had peeped some stuff. And then I eventually had peeped some stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, she's putting the money right in her pocket. Like, and since me and him had like a business situationship where I would promote like the little party and everything, that would affect me too, because the numbers would be lower, be lower than what they should be. We would have a packed house, and I'd be like, man, hold up, people were buying drinks, something ain't right. That's because the employees were stealing from them.
Yeah, something that happened to us too. Like we just recently got this event called Mundo Lingo. So it's pretty much every Wednesday we have Mundo Lingo. It's an event where you can pretty much, it's a language exchange event. So if you're trying to learn Portuguese, you come to Mundo Lingo, kind of sharpen your sword with other people that have the same mission. So from Mundo Lingo, restaurants packed, just standing room only, people outside. It's just wall to wall people. And we noticed there was definitely a spike as far as definitely a decline. And you looking at the tickets, and it's definitely a sharp decline. And we had to kind of look at the video. Okay, this is what's going on.
Exactly, man. Somebody asked, are the taxes high in Brazil?
Taxes are, you have to like you pay quarterly. It's not. I want to. It all depends on what your ideal high is. I'd say. I think we pay quarterly. I think it's reasonable, but it's not nothing backbreaking. It's less than what I pay for payroll.
Oh, okay.
On a quarterly basis.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, bro, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a great interview. I'm definitely gonna have you on again. I might do something where I have business owners from different countries, like guys who own businesses in Colombia, the DR. Shout out to Cardell. He opened up a restaurant out there in the Dominican Republic as well. And we just have like a little meetup, and we can just kind of go back and forth on the experiences. And I think the audience would really love that. They'll get a lot of information as far as entrepreneurship overseas.
Oh, definitely. Any way I can help, just let me know. I'm at your service. I think I found a couple of questions too. I think I missed something.
Let me see here. I didn't know if you want to get into the finances. The finances. You might want to. I don't know how that works for you.
I mean, whatever you want to know, I'll open book.
Okay, open book. Somebody asked, how much is the rent per month leasing retail space?
Well, we had pretty much, the way we worked it out was this. Our first year was about 14,000 reais per month. And
15,000.
After that first year, it went up 2,000. So
okay,
paying about 16,000 reais a month.
I haven't been out there in a while. Let me see how much. You know how much that is US?
My basic rule of thumb is divided by 5.
Okay. Let me see here. Man, I ain't been in Brazil in a while. I don't even have it on my thing.
So you're looking at about 2,800. The first year was about 2,800.
Mm-hmm.
After that, $3,200.
Okay.
And what we did when we got the lease, we pretty much had a 3-month build out period because we had to do a full renovation. Ideally, you want to the way we visualized it was this: we wanted to have everything built in 2 months and have the third month pretty much free.
Mm-hmm.
But we had challenges along the way, and we ended up being a month 4, still having to renovate. So it definitely delayed us. So always negotiate when you get a lease. Negotiate build out time.
That's a very good tip. And you guys are like in a really good location too. Like you're not, like I said, you right there by the beach.
Yeah, everything.
Somebody asked you.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say everything's negotiable.
Excellent. You had mentioned it about having cameras before. Of course, you have cameras in there, right?
Yeah, like I could pull up my phone and see things.
Excellent, man. Very excellent, man. Well, once again, bro, let me go ahead and sum up the show. But before, we got Grego in the bit. I know you know Grego.
Yes, sir, Grego.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Grego, bro.
Grego's at during World Cup too. With Jay Clyde.
Oh yeah, you already know. As soon as you say Jay Clyde, I pretty much figured Grego was with him. Shout out to G Mac, man. We actually
what's good?
Yeah, we hung out. I took him to Baja de Juca as well. I took him to the beach and everything. Shout out to G Mac. He was
we hung out during Carnival last year. We went to the King Camarote. It was me, him, and Zoe from Barber World.
Shout out to Barber World, man. Barber World is hilarious, bro. He just pulls up on you.
Yeah.
You just look to the side. You be like, "Is that Barber World? Wait a minute, bro. Like, I thought you was in, this country right here." He's like, "Nah, man, So shout out to Barber World.
That's a real good guy. Gave me my first interview. So I definitely have gratitude.
Excellent, man. So one last question before we go, bro. What do you think would be the minimum budget to open up a restaurant in a good location in Rio de Janeiro? What would be like the minimum budget to open it up?
Minimum budget? I would say in terms of US or Hayes?
Yeah, just make it simple. Put it in US.
I would say to be comfortable, I would recommend about $50K US.
50,000?
Yeah.
That's not bad, bro.
And I would say
reasonable.
And even with that, I would probably put 10% more because my rule of thumb is I think 10% is going to be a loss. So have extra 10% as a cushion in case you go through a loss.
Okay. Excellent. Well, bro, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, we're going to definitely do this again next time. I want to bring a few of you guys on from different countries, and we can give some really good knowledge and information to the audience. A lot of guys want to open up businesses overseas.
Oh, definitely. Anything you need, just let me know.
All right, man. Peace.
I appreciate it.